Okay, so we got our Debian nicely configured for the basic stuff. Okay, so first of all, maybe let's start with setting up our network actually. So let's do power off, because as you remember we had NAT. Yeah, we need to change that to a bridge adapter. So network, NAT, change it to bridge adapter. Okay, settings, again we will actually set up our shared folder. It's going to be shared for me, so just folder path other. Let's pick the shared folder. It's on my desktop, on my PC, auto mount, fine, okay, and I think we can start. Okay. We still haven't installed anything basically, so after the network we're gonna do guest additions and then finish our virtual folder for sharing. So for now on, let's do the network. Eight gigs of RAM and still slow. Okay, first of all, it's good to have shortcuts. It would be good for you to set up some shortcuts for yourself. I'm just gonna show you quick how to do them. You just need to open settings, right, now just scroll down to keyboard shortcuts, scroll down all the way down. As you can see, I already have a shortcut for my terminal. How you can set up a shortcut of your own, just do a plus, name, gnome, terminal, set the shortcut. As you can see, I already have it, so that's how you can set up your own shortcut for the terminal and for other stuff as well. Okay, so okay, let's check our connection, wired settings. Let's check what we have here. Alright, so this is gonna be my IP address. So let's change it to manual. Let's change the gateway. Let's change the net mask. Right. DNS. If you wish to have your own DNS inserted here, you can always do it manually. So like this. Some Google DNS, maybe some of your own if you have them. I'm just gonna leave my on default. Because my DNS changes every time I'm connecting to the internet. Okay, so I think that's all from here. Now let's open the terminal. Log into root. Okay, we are at root. What's next? We need to check IPA. Okay, we're just gonna do quick systemctl restored and working. Okay, IPA again. Let's check ping. Pings are going. As you can see, DNS is working, it's resolving the name to the IP address, so everything is fine. Okay, so our network is basically set up. Next, what we can do is, let's go to nano etc sudoers. Yep. Let's go down now here. I'm gonna change it a little bit. So basically, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna scratch my password, because every time I'm at root I have to put in the password. Now I won't have to. And if I add my user to the privileged root users, my user wouldn't also need to put the password on anymore. I'm just gonna leave it at this. Okay, so let's do apt update. Okay, works fine. apt update is gone. Now let's do apt upgrade. Now let's go to devices, insert guest additions, check our activities, files. We have our guest addition here. Okay, so once this is done, let's now do, okay, let's do sudo mount dev alright. Now sh dot so I'm gonna need to do first sorry, there you go. Now I just needed to change the folder to the mount folder, and now our guest additions are being installed. After they finish installing, you can just reboot. Okay, so it seems that running kernel modules will not be replaced until the system is restarted. So now you can reboot the system. Maybe first, before rebooting, let's do something else. Because since we actually prepared our mounting point, let's check once again. Shared folders. It's here. Okay, it's shared. So now we need to enable it actually, because once it appears, I think it's not active. We're gonna check. Nope, it's not active. But once it's activated, we need to actually give permissions to access the folder, of course. So let's do that. Maybe we just gonna, or maybe not. I'm gonna stay at root for now and user mod -ag. So this is the group that we're adding my user. So now my user will be in this group, and he can then modify all the stuff that is going to be shared. Okay. Here is my shared folder. As you can see, it's empty. I'm just going to create something here. Some text. And we're gonna check in a moment if it actually works like it should be. Okay. Let us stretch and see. I guess the additions are working. Now let's go to devices, drag and drop, bidirectional, remember about that. Okay, let's check our activities then, files. Now let's take this out, unmount it, we don't need it anymore. This is our shared folder, so my shared folder. Let's just do it like this. So this is the folder on my desktop, on my PC. This is the text. We can just copy it, say to documents, paste it, open it. Let's change the name. Get it from here, paste it. Shared, open, and there you go. So that's the fastest and simplest way, I think, to set it up if you want to actually share your files with your PC. Okay, next stuff. Let's go to our terminal. And now we're gonna do sudo apt update. Alright, so let's go to the root user, change that. Update upgrade. Install unattended upgrades. Install unattended upgrades. There we go. And now let's do CTL enable. Okay, now let's check status. Active and running, fine. So we successfully have set up those unattended upgrades. Very good. Another thing that we need to do is apt install apt config auto updates. Sorry about that. Misspelling stuff. Auto update. It's not the updates, it's auto update. There we go. Alright. Okay, let's check apt install now. We got it good. Fine. So after those short installations, we can check our updates. Software and updates. Let's just check what is here. Updates daily. That's good. When there are security and download automatically, good. I would even do it like this. Download and install automatically. Okay. So I think this is covered for now. Let's go to another point. So we get our guest editions set up with our network, our updates, our sharing folder. I think I will now go to package. Let's say pack. There is a thing called Synaptic Package Manager. It requires a root password. There you go. The thing is, Synaptic Package Manager is quite a good tool if it goes for downloading different stuff, if you want to find something. But the thing is, if you have this package manager opened and you have your terminal opened, and now let's say I would like to do apt install, let's say this, look what happens. It's locked. So this overrides this until you have your package manager, opened. You will not be able to install anything from the terminal. Just remember about that when this pops out. So let's just close the terminal for now. We're not going to use it. We're gonna go to this manager. I'm gonna try to talk about it briefly. So we have like a couple of things here: section, status, origin, custom filters, search results, and architecture. So let's go to sections. Sections As you can see, there is like a lot of sections here from which you can pick whatever you would like to search for or install. Utilities, tasks, web servers. We have Apache here, even can install Apache. Really quite a lot of stuff here. Shell, bash. Let's just look for, let's say we want to install Gimp. I'm gonna search for Gimp. Let's look for Gimp. Here is Gimp. We tick it here, mark for installation. Here are all the stuff that is gonna be installed, all the libraries, mark, and then apply. You can show the details, all the libraries here with the version numbers here to check them out, and apply. Now we're just gonna wait until the package is downloaded and then installed. Would be awesome if I didn't lose my internet connection. Great, it's up again. It takes a moment, but it's pretty fast. Now it's installing the software, unpacking all the stuff. So if you don't want to look on the internet, or you just cannot remember the specific names of the packages, or you're looking for a specific library, you can always use this Synaptic package manager. It's really nice, to be honest. It's old stuff, because it was I think for quite a lot of time built in many distributions. Okay, so we got Gimp. Let's see. Let's go by Gimp. And there we go. Okay, so that's how you actually find stuff here and install it with the first icon sections. Second icon is status. On the second icon, as you can see, you have like status of the stuff that you have on your system at the moment. So you have installed stuff, installed manually, and not installed. So if you go here to installed stuff, you have all the things, all the packages that are installed at your system at the moment. If you do reload is like apt update, basically. If you do this, it's apt update for all of those packages. Alright, so let's check installed manual. Reload. Mark all upgrades. There are no upgrades, as you can see. Everything is fresh, new, so I have nothing to upgrade here. If you had anything to upgrade, you would just mark this, and you would have stuff like things that are old that you can actually upgrade on your machine. Okay, so next we have origin. We'll just do it like this. So origin actually shows what repositories you are using at the moment. and what packages in this repository you're actually using. So here are some just like local main, stable, security, updates, so all the repositories and what kind of packages we are using at the moment. As you can see, those with the green dot, they're installed libraries that we have, and it's nice because you can even see the version of the library, last version. Here you have all the descriptions. So if you want to pick a certain library from here that you would like to install, just go here and look for it and install one particular library. So it goes to all the repositories, right? So that's the origin. Custom filters. Well, in custom filters, to be honest, the most important is broken, because you cannot have here like you can fix here dependencies. Here you will see in time when you install different stuff, you will see what's broken, and you can just go here and try to fix it. Fix your dependencies here. Community marked changes missing recommends package search filters. To be honest, I didn't use any of those. Mainly I always use this broken if something's to be repaired. Of course you can read about those options as well if you would like to. Search results, well, of course that's our search results. We were looking for Gimp. It's our last search result. Okay, so that's a Synaptic Package Manager. Pretty handy, I think. Let's now close it. Let's go to our terminal. I'm gonna go to sudo again. And I'm gonna just say apt install nettools. I like nettools, pretty handy thing. ifconfig, there it goes. Now you have ifconfig. You can use, of course, IPA, but I prefer ifconfig. That's why nettools. Okay, just a little tip. Let's go now to something else. Actually, TLP. What is TLP? TLP is a feature command line utility for Linux, saving a laptop battery power without the need to delve deeper into technical details. So basically, it's an application or software, that helps you manage your laptop battery power. And not only that, it has quite a lot of different features that help you actually save your energy on the system. So let's dive into it. First, let's do apt minus install TLP. Okay. Now let's enable TLP. Let's start and let's check the status. It's active and it's running fine. So it's all ready. So first of all, if you want to check stats, you should do TLP minus stat. So and here we have like all the stats regarding our computer. So configured settings, which are the default settings in the configuration file. You can check them here if you need to. I'm gonna talk about it as well. The version of our TLP. System info, so what we are running at the moment, BIOS. If you're gonna have your Debian installed on a normal computer, then of course you're gonna have here a lot of different things regarding your system, like CPU model and other different things. And of course the most important thing, you're gonna have information about your battery. So we have like this wireless, Bluetooth audio, PCI runtime power management, device blacklist not configured, USB Autosuspend enabled, battery features, battery status. There you go. So there are some things about the battery and you can check. Capacity 100%, full status, how much energy, model name, manufacturer. Okay, so that's just like basic info from TLP. But now let's actually dive into the main configuration file, because that's the main thing, the main reason of actually installing this, because there is no point to just install it and leave it as that. So as you can see, this is the main configuration file for the TLP. I'm just gonna stretch it out. First thing we would need to check is USB Autosuspend, because when starting TLP with the default configuration, some USB devices such as audio DACs will be powered down when running on battery due to TLP's Autosuspend feature. Some devices such as keyboards and scanners are blacklisted for Autosuspend by default. So you may want to disable the USB Autosuspend entirely. We need to find here USB Autosuspend. So let's check. Do not suspend. CPU. As you can see, there is a ton of stuff here you can modify. We have a USB Autosuspend, there you go. So I'm gonna change that. from 1 to 0. Okay, so now it's gonna be working without any problems. Secondly, you would like to also set force battery configuration BAT. When no power supply can be detected, the setting for AC will be used on devices like desktops and embedded hardware. You may want to force the battery BAT settings when using TLP on these devices to enable more power saving. So let's check that out. It's operation mode when no power supply can be detected, AC BAT. Its TLP default mode equals BAT. So we need to look for TLP default mode. TLP default mode, as you can see, we have it set on AC. We're gonna change it to BAT. Okay. Next thing, we need to also check for TLP default mode. So this one is bad. Good. TLP persistent default. TLP persistent default. This one should be also set to 1. So let's change this. Okay. Right. So let's go to another one, which is gonna be PCI. PCI runtime power management on AC, enabling runtime power management for PCI bus devices while on AC may improve power saving on some laptops. This is enabled by default on battery, but not on AC. To enable on AC, let's set it up for, so let's look for runtime PM on AC. Runtime. Okay, runtime. Oh yeah, there we go. Runtime PM on AC. And it's runtime PM on BAT auto, runtime PM on AC on, and it should be changed to auto. Right. Okay. So I'm just gonna show you briefly. If you have something like this, timeout. If you will get that kind of error during your work on Debian while you have set up your TLP and set up your configuration, just remember that this particular error is connected to Bluetooth. So if your Bluetooth phones suddenly stop working and you see this error, it may be caused by TLP suspending your device. So you need to add your device's ID to the USB blacklist in TLP configuration. Okay, so let's just don't save it. Go back here. Let's look for USB blacklist. I saw something here. Oh, there we go. USB blacklist, and we have here. We need to find USB blacklist. USB deny list. That's what we are looking for. USB blacklist. Bluetooth devices are excluded from USB Autosuspend. USB whitelist. Autosuspend. Restore devices. That's all. Should be somewhere around here because there is a ton of USB blacklists. Maybe I don't see it. USB Autosuspend, that's what we have done. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit blind. USB blacklist. Right. Okay. Bluetooth devices are excluded from USB Autosuspend. 0, do not exclude. 1, exclude. So, to be honest, here we would need to, if you want to, you need to put here your device's ID. So, if you want your devices to be valid, you would need to actually check what's the ID of your device and put it here. For example, it's gonna be something like let's say 87 0A, something like that. Just like here. It's like two devices like set up here. So this is another one. Let's say these are my Bluetooth headphones. Could be my USB, pen drive, but whichever. Printer. Okay. Or scanner. Okay. So let's check it up like this. How you can actually check the ID of your device. ID of your device. You could check it with. We're gonna save all the stuff to my configuration, and now you should do something like -v. So with this you can get your device ID. You see? Device ID. VirtualBox USB tablet. Just for an example, you know, device ID, another one, Linux Foundation, root hub. So if you will have on the system your Bluetooth stuff or whichever with this command, you can actually check the IDs or certain things, and you can just put them on the list, so they will be excluded and they will work. Okay, so we covered this, and of course after you actually put everything in the configuration, you put it in the list, all the IDs, you need to restart your Debian. Right, so let's go now to another thing that is called Flatpak. What is actually Flatpak? Well, Flatpak is a very nice thing. It's something like a package manager. This Symantec package manager that I showed you, but it's online basically, and it allows you to pull different stuff from the internet. Really nicely set up. It's a nice setup, so let's just see. Let's go to Flatpak. The future of application distribution. Yep, that's the one. So basically, if you want to install your Flatpak, all you need to do is go here, see the complete list of distributions that Flatpak supports right now. Find your distribution, so Debian, and here is what you should do to install Flatpak. So just copy and paste everything. So let's do it. As you can see, after installing Flatpak, it asks you to install a software Flatpak plugin. Remember to do it as well, because that's going to be also needed. And there is a third option, add the FlatHub repository. That's very important, don't forget about it. Right, restart the system. Okay. There we go. I'm trying to pick the most useful stuff, to be honest. I'm not showing you in this tutorial how to install like useless stuff. I hope it's gonna be used by you and you're gonna have fun with it, because I think Flatpak is really great, to be honest. You can also be a little bit old school with this Symantec package manager. You can of course be only on the terminal and type everything from the terminal if you wish. Okay, let's go here. So basically, after installing everything regarding Flatpak, we can either go to the special Flatpak website. I'm gonna show you. Let's open the browser. There is a website called flathub.org where you can search for all the stuff that you want. There we go. Here you can search for all the apps that you want to actually check out. Let's see Nmap. Because I would like to have Nmap. Let's check. Zenmap, Nmap, great, install. Open with software install default. Yeah, let's leave it at this and just click OK. Yep, now it's opening with the installer. You need to wait a moment. I noticed that sometimes when you actually download stuff from here and then you want to install it on your Debian, those things like pictures and stuff here is messed up. They are like showing error here or something. We'll see in a moment if it shows actually the whole description, how it should should look for Nmap. Don't be alarmed by it. It's all fine and good. It's the thing that you actually picked from the website. Because I think I was once installing LibreOffice, and here everything looked nice. When I tried to install it from here, the icons were different. It was said like source unknown or something like that, but still I installed it. Everything was fine. It was LibreOffice. It wasn't any mumbo jumbo, so I guess it's maybe some kind of error while transferring the package or something like that. So it takes a moment. We can go back to the Flatpak here. We have quite a lot of different things here. If you would like to download something, Google Chrome, Discord, Spotify, Steam, quite a lot of stuff, to be honest. Really, you have like categories here: audio, video, developer tools, oh, even games. There you go. Let's see that. I wonder. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh well. There you go, that's what I was talking about. See? It should be Nmap icon, the same thing. The screenshot should be the info from the website about Nmap. It's not here. Let's scroll down. Version stable, license unknown, but source flathub.org. Everything is fine. Install size, permission high. Okay, let's go. Somebody even wrote, need more explicit GUI. Nice. There we go. It's installing. So, if you don't remember some kind of command on the command line, you don't want to waste time, you can always use FlatHub to find whatever you need. If you won't find anything on FlatHub, you can use Symantec package manager. Lots of stuff there, particular libraries and stuff. So yeah. When this finishes, we're gonna just check if everything's fine, if it installed like it should. Authentication required, right? So let's go for there we go. After this finishes, I'm gonna show you how you can actually be a little bit old school and try to install everything from the command line if you would like to, because you can use Flatpak like this with GUI and stuff and with the website, and you can use it by command line. Well, it's only about 100 megabytes, but it's taking its time. I guess my internet connection is not that great. We live in the 21st century and I'm downloading 100 megabytes for more than a minute maybe. There we go. Old times. Well, couple of years back actually. I remember when I was downloading 100 megs for, I don't know, maybe a few days. People that remember a donkey and mule, they should know what I'm talking about. Pirate Bay all the way. Okay. Come on, son. Just 1 more percent. And you're home. There you go. It's my boy. Okay. Let's check. And there you go. And map. Okay, so let's go now to terminal. Okay. So you can also install from Flatpak using the terminal. First of all, when you install anything from FlatHub, you can use something called Flatpak list. Then it lists everything that you actually installed from FlatHub. If you want to install from command line, let's say let's do Flatpak. There you go. It found a map. Let's just search for Gimp. We're gonna see what it finds. Found a little bit more with Gimp. Okay. Yeah, this one. Branch stable. Version 2.10. Right. Let's look for, let's say, sorry about that. We'll see. It comes up. LibreWolf, LibreTrack. Pico drive. As you can see, there's quite a lot of stuff. It depends on what you're looking for. Yeah, let's just take Brave. Sorry again. Oh, there you go. Brave browser. So we have the Brave browser here, as you can see. I wanted to install Brave, so let's do it by the command line now. So to install something in Flatpak, it's really easy. You just type in Flatpak install. Now you need to take the application ID, so basically you take this, copy, paste it here. Yeah. And yes again. And there you go, it's downloading and it's gonna install Brave. Wonder how much time it's gonna take. 146 megs, wow. A little bit more than Nmap. 1.2 megabytes per second. Whoa, it says demon speed. So really like fast and the furious on the internet. Well, but at least it's going. It's not disconnecting. That's a plus. Right, so it's almost done. Come on, come on. Finally. Okay, let's check out Brave. There you go. We got Brave. Set up as default, yep. Suggest using Brave. It's quite good. Quite secure as well. Based on Chrome. So. Of course it depends on what you like. Some people say that Firefox is the best, others say that Chrome is nice. Well, I like Brave. Okay, so we installed it from the terminal. Now let's go and do something. Oh, yeah, update. Flatpak update, that's important. Let's check. Oops. Let's check if something's again. Well, looking for updates, nothing to do. Great. So, well, it's because we just installed it. Remember about those updates, because they are quite important as well for Flatpak. If you have it, just check from time to time if anything changed. Okay, how to actually remove your package. So, as I was talking previously, you need to specify and see your Flatpak list. So there you go, you got your Flatpak list. We have like our Brave that was installed. We have our ZenMap that was installed as well. And if we want to actually remove something, it's really fairly easy, just like installing. You just do uninstall application ID. So let's say I'm gonna dispose of that map. Bye bye. Yeah, and it's gone. There we go. So I think Flatpak is really useful. It's fairly easy. The last thing I could actually show you is quite handy as well. I'm just gonna clear the screen a little bit. You can use something like Flatpak uninstall -- unused. It searches for things you might not use at all, and you can delete them. So basically deletes all the stuff that you have on your system and you don't use at all. So it's like a little bit of cleaning. Nothing unused to uninstall, so yeah, in my case, because it's a fresh system. Right, so I think we will finish for this episode. I think it's gonna be all for my tutorial. Next time I'm gonna try to show you also some things that you can use on Debian, you could install. And for now, well, thanks for the attention, thanks for your time, hope it's gonna be useful for you, and I will see you soon.